What we'll do is we're going to zoom in here. We're going to left click and select our template drop, which is this purple dashed line. And hover your cursor there for a little bit until you see this little menu pop up. You'll see there's an icon there, a little lightning bolt on it, called Synchronized Library. We'll go ahead and select that. And it's going to synchronize the library with the template library, updated in the corridor. Not going to see anything change right away because we haven't assigned the corridor reference yet. But this is a critical step when you're making a change to your template library. You always want to come back to your corridor and do a synchronized template so you get those changes applied. Okay, so I want to go towards the end of the project now, down towards around 84 plus 00. I'm going to go down to that template drop area as well, so we want to select that template drop and synchronize the template drop over there. So I'm going to select that template drop. Go to my synchronize with library tool. So I can synchronize my library with my corridor. Okay. So now we're good to go. So now we're ready to apply Don's corridor techniques that he was showing you previously, right? When he showed you this, he just dropped some templates, created a corridor. He went into his corridor references and added some match lines, and things just magically disappeared, right? But you guys had no idea how it magically disappeared, right? So let's go and do that, and then we'll go back to the template and talk about that in a little bit. So I'm going to go up to the corridors tool here. We'll go over to the miscellaneous portion of the ribbon. Under the corridor references, we'll say add corridor reference. We're going to go and locate our corridor, so you can select the purple corridor object or the red handles. You got the corridor object handles there, you can grab those, either one will work. I'm just going to select the corridor handle here, so it's going to say locate corridor, so you can just grab that. And when it says locate first reference, we're going to zoom in a little bit to the intersection of Church Road and London Road. There should be a piece of geometry there, and hover your cursor over the intersection area here near the edge of the pavement. You're going to see there's a match line piece of geometry there. It's called match line, underbar Church Road. You can select that. Once you select it, then you can just right click to accept it. And then you'll see in the 3D model view the components go away. Right? So that's the same thing Don showed you earlier. Right? So that's kind of how this fits together. So if we go back and take a look at the corridor, or I mean the template, we'll go back to the create template tool just to further reinforce the concept. So we go back to create template. So essentially these 2 points here are what are kind of making this all happen, right? These points are going to go out, seek that match line. So in our case, in the intersection of Church Road and London Road. Okay, so this point goes and finds that match line that we assigned to the corridor. It turns all that stuff off. If we had one on the right side, we'd do the same thing, right? So that's how the template is constructed to make those components disappear in those intersecting areas. So now we can continue along the corridor, assigning the rest of the corridor references. So you can move up to the ramp C and ramp D area. This is very similar to what Don did earlier. We're just going to go and add a corridor reference. So select add corridor references, select the corridor. Our reference elements are going to be the match line elements on the left and the right side of the road. So we have one in this area for match line, ramp C. We have one on this side for match line, ramp D. So we can select that. Right click to accept. And of course, everything disappears, right? So that's what we want. And just continue working your way down the road to your other intersecting areas. We'll move over to the ramp B, ramp A intersection, same process. And corridor references. Locator match lines on the left and right side of the road. Right click to complete. Removes those from the model. That's pretty much the same process when you have these types of situations. Just a really good way to remove components from your corridor without having to do additional template drops. do this intersection down here, Forest Court to London Road. It's the last one. So I'll go ahead and add my corridor reference for that, add corridor reference. Locate my corridor, London Road. Then add my Forest Court match line geometry here. All right, click to complete. And that gets removed, so. Now you guys should have a pretty good understanding of how to make that happen, whether it be from creating a template from scratch to create those display rules and those null points, or just doing it inside of the corridor itself.